everyone, MeltingMan234 here, and welcome to another episode of Forgotten Media, where I dig up some stuff you may or may not have heard of. Today we'll be looking at another forgotten video game series known as Serious Sam, basically a first-person shooter running around blowing stuff up. The first game was created by Crotan and was released for the PC on March 1st, 2001. The game came with 3 episodes. One was the first encounter, the other was the second encounter, which is pretty much part 2, and not a sequel. And then there's Dark Island, which is more of a bonus feature, playing fan-made levels. The story of the game is plain simple. An evil overlord named Mental has invaded Earth with his army of aliens, and Serious Sam must destroy them with his big-ass guns. Gameplay is a bit like a throwback to the old days of first-person shooters, with hidden areas full of treasures and the enemies come charging at you at full force. The game was known for featuring cooperative gameplay, which most first-person shooter games didn't have during the time, and a split-screen action supporting up to 4 players, which was a very rare feature during the time. The game's humor is pretty funny, such as crazy-looking enemies like headless suicide bombers screaming out loud, along with its breaking the fourth wall gags. There are also a few moments like when you kill a certain enemy, they explode into flowers. No idea how that works. Crotan created their own engine for the game called the Serious Engine, which is designed to work with larger views and massive number of models. The engine was very advanced compared to other engines during its time. When the game was released, it was a success, earning several awards such as Game of the Year, Editor's Choice, Outstanding Achievement in Technology, and a Surprise of the Year. They also remade the first and second encounter for Windows PC and 360. They also made a few ports that combined both episodes in the Serious Sam Golden Edition. There was also an Xbox and PlayStation 2 port with their own features here and there, and a spin-off known as Serious Sam Advance, which was made for the Game Boy Advance. But overall, Serious Sam was a fun game for the PC. Next up is Serious Sam 2, that was made for the PC and was released on October 11, 2005. The game would later be ported for the Xbox console. Its story picks up right after where the first game left off, as Serious Sam is summoned by the Siron Great Council as they help Sam on his quest to defeat Mental. They tell him that he must collect 5 pieces to form a medallion that can defeat Mental, and so Sam goes off to various planets to collect the pieces and defeat Mental. Its gameplay mostly consists of blowing up numerous enemies for certain purposes. The blood and gore has been improved in the sequel. It also has a variety of strange enemies like Clockwork Toy, rhinos, suicidal clowns, zombies, stockbrokers with shotguns, and others, which makes the game have its own freak show. A lot of weapons from the first game come back, such as the Serious Bomb, rocket launcher, grenade launcher, and so on. One of the weapons that was introduced was the Cladovic Kakudos Vulgarius. Basically, it's a pair clutching a bomb that can fly towards enemies and eliminate them, kind of like your own personal Bomberman. Multiplayer returns from the previous game, which instead of playing as a single-player campaign together, this sequel goes beyond that, such as death matches and so on. When the game was in development, they upgraded the engine to the Serious Engine 2, and with it, they were able to add in a level editor for more fun. When the sequel was released, it did get a lot of positive reviews, but not much honor as the first game did. The most common criticism the game got was that it was less serious and more cartoony. With its first game, that had some jokes but still contained its seriousness, while the sequel is a bit more of the opposite. But either way, Serious Sam 2 is a pretty decent game. In closing, Serious Sam was a fun game where it was one of those blow stuff up games with its own style. It would seem like after this, Serious Sam would become nothing more than a forgotten memory. That is until I discovered this! Serious Sam 3, Before First Encounter. As the title says, the game takes place before the events of the first game, so technically since the game is a prequel, it shouldn't be called Serious Sam 3, but I have seen a few second sequels that act as prequels and so on. Crow Team returns to make it, and what makes the game interesting is that it's a game that's going to be released this year for the PC, PS3, and 360 around November 22nd, 2011. So I'm sure some people are excited to see it. It would be funny if there was a scene where Sam meets the Joker and he asks, "Why so serious, Sam?" Well, at least it's nice to know that Serious Sam is now becoming a trilogy. Out of all the stuff I've talked about on Forgotten Media, it seems like Serious Sam is one of the lucky few to get a new generation of fans. Well, that wraps up this episode of Forgotten Media. So this is MeltingMan234 signing out.